Sorry, everybody. I was talking with my neighbor outside. I was like, oh my God, it's 6 o'clock. Uh-huh. And my computer's dead, so I'm doing this all on my phone.
Hi, Sarah. I just called you because I was afraid you were not
No, I
available.
was just outside talking to my neighbor and lost track of time.
Okay, that's all right. Um, good evening, Noreen. Glad you're with us. I see some John,
Good evening.
Kristen.
Hello.
I hope
Hello.
you're on, Kristen.
I'm
No
here.
No picture, but a voice.
I
Okay.
don't know why.
You are the mysterious woman.
I didn't have
Okay.
to brush my teeth.
I declare the meeting open. And we have a guest. We have Noreen with us, and I will be taking minutes. I hope you all saw that wonderful emblem, the seal of the town in the middle of the last minutes. That was me not knowing quite how to do it all, so somehow the seal got moved in with everything else. Maybe we'll get it again this time. I want to congratulate and thank Sandra and Kristen particularly, because you have just been awesome with that group of Pomfret students that came. You worked well with them. They worked well, did a wonderful job. And Denise, even though she's not here, made chocolate chip cookies, which I think added to everybody's pleasure. So well done. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
It was well needed. 5 hours with the kids was a long time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
She
looks
was
like
well prepared. She had all kinds of pamphlets and taught them about invasive species, and it was more education and work. So.
They retained it for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But Sandra, you
Welcome
did
to
a fabulous job.
It
and
was
Sarah,
fun. It was fun.
I will be with you, Sarah, when the Woodstock Academy students come. I know that Sandra can't be there and Kristen can't be there. John, can you be there?
I think you said that was the 22nd.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me see.
Get down there about 2:15 when they start arriving. And they usually work.
Hey, I should be able to do that. I've got an appointment in the morning in Warwick, but I should be back in time to help out.
That would be wonderful. Thank you. I'd appreciate that.
And
Because I think
Philippa, Tom gave me a thing of orange spray. So maybe Kristen and Tom or we can get over there and just spray the heck out of the invasive. So when you guys are doing it, you can just tell them anything that has orange spray on it, they can rip out.
sounds terrific. Makes it much easier. You also, I think, I think it was you who listed a list of tools that we needed.
Yeah, we need pruners.
Right. So
I meant to get some, but they had sold out up at Job Lot. They had ones for $7, and they were, and I bought some, and they were decent. Not great, but decent.
Okay. And we have enough. Okay, we have enough money, John, that I can go out and do some shopping.
Yes, we've got, I was just looking at that. We've got money left from last year. Now, we haven't had a bill yet this year, so we will still have a couple of bills for mowing and zipper zapping.
Right.
But we should be able to afford a few $100 for pruners.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and there was, when I kind of went through the shed there, we don't have a whole lot of hand tools either. So a couple of hand tools for weeding.
Right.
Would be good.
Yeah,
But,
I'll go and pick all those things up.
Yeah, and I found in there, Philippa, there are hangers that were just on the floor. I brought them back. I was gonna try to do them, but they didn't have screws. They didn't have this, and they're for hanging tools. So I'm gonna get this guy to help me, and so we can hang those up so we can get some of the tools hanging.
Fantastic. Thank
you.
There
was a ton in there already.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so really neat and well organized. So between the Pomfret teachers and you guys, you just left the place looking terrific.
Well, that was Kristen.
What was it? Philippa, in my other committee, we have to authorize and make a motion and approve and pass the ability to spend some money. So we would, for instance, say, we authorize Sandra to spend up to $1,000 on hand tools, and we pass that motion, and that would allow her to be reimbursed. Now, maybe that's false, and you and John certainly know better, but that's how we have to do it. I would hate to have her boxed out of reimbursement if that is the case. Should we
okay.
move to authorize spending?
We
Yeah, I
haven't
think
done it.
you were gonna pick it up though, right, Philippa, or do you want me to?
No, I'm happy to pick it up. But John, do we have to have a motion?
We don't do that for approving vendor payments like for Better View Landscaping.
Okay, I stand corrected.
No, I mean, I'm glad that your committee does it. It sounds very official. But we've not done it before, and you know, I have submitted bills before, and they've paid them.
On a regular basis, so obviously
Yeah.
somebody's jumping through a hoop they don't have to jump through, but never mind.
I can always check, Kristen, to make sure that we are legal beagles.
Okay,
But we tend not to do very much of that political, you know, correctness. We can avoid it, I guess.
then maybe better not to ask.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Just keep doing what we're doing. All righty. Okay, I don't have the agenda in front of me. I should. Next item on the agenda would probably be work. Usually the things that we have, the list of things that have to be done.
Do
And
we
we
have to
have-
do the minutes of the last meeting? Do we have
Oh,
to
we
do-
should approve those. Did everybody have a chance to see the minutes?
Mhm.
Yes,
Can I have a motion to approve them, please, to accept them? Here's
So
a
moved.
motion. Thank you. A second.
Second.
Kristen seconds.
Who was that Kristen seconding?
Yes,
Okay. Any discussion? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Okay. Moving on to work that has to be done. We have a big group coming down on the 22nd. About 50 kids, right? Fantastic.
Yeah,
could you-
probably more actually. So maybe 50 to 75.
75. Whoa.
I doubt, but they say that, but then 100 rain dates will happen and 18 sports will be reconfigured. So we'll go with 50. Like
Okay.
honestly, all that will happen. So we'll go with 50.
Okay. Usually they will work very well for just about an hour and a half, no longer than that. Denise has promised to make cookies. I'm not sure she's going to make enough for 50, but we'll have a snack for them of some sort. And we'll have a list of places that they go to. Will there be any other teachers coming, Sarah, besides yourself?
You're looking at it. Just me.
Okay. So there will be 3 adults to supervise the 50 kids in different work sites. So just get your supervisor face on, John, right?
Yep.
I'll definitely make sure I spray paint as much stuff as possible.
Great.
Yeah,
and
but
basically,
and we
they
can
will be-
sit down and mark out areas, you know, for work too, if you want
Right.
to do that, Philippa.
Are there any major things that you saw that they needed to pull or dig?
Just over when, you know, where the beach, as you're coming down by the beach,
Yeah.
there was, that whole area is just full of mustard garlic, that garlic mustard. So we could do that. And then we talked about cleaning up around that bench up near the rain garden, and then laying a bunch of the wood chips around that whole area so they don't have
Yes,
to mow.
right.
They don't have to mow there. That would be a good project.
There's also some big branches under the cedars in that grove that need to
Yeah.
be brought out. And I'm thinking that the stumps, the cut stumps of wood that are in the swamp area, it
Mhm.
would be helpful if they got taken out so that
Mhm.
if Chris goes down there and does his digging and clearing, he doesn't have to meet them. And I think
That's a good idea.
the boys like to be carrying something hefty and look very strong.
Yeah, and we have all of that bittersweet that we need some strong kids to yank over there that we were working at the top of the hosta bed. I
Right,
couldn't get all that. I'll spray paint it, but
okay,
I couldn't pull all of that out. It was stronger than I was.
okay,
And lots of little privet over by Mary Lou's, the fence with Mary Lou's house.
okay,
Yep.
That's the stuff that they couldn't, because it wasn't marked, they weren't comfortable pulling it.
Okay, I'll mark all of that.
Yeah.
The
That
big
would be
ones
great.
out.
We took one big one out, but we didn't take the other big one out. It looked like it might be too much for the
It's a
kids
lot. It's
to
huge.
do. So we were thinking maybe cutting it down and just putting some Roundup on the top of it. But that was something we were gonna
Okay. Very
I
good.
just want to interject a little bit. It's probably too late for May 22nd, but the last Green Valley gives out $500 grants for cleaning up invasives. I mean, it's really easy and it's available to municipalities, so it isn't limited to nonprofits. So that might be an easy source of $500 to buy some tools. Again, probably not in time for May 22nd, but
I think that we have applied for one of the
oh, you
500,
already did. Okay.
but it wasn't for clearing invasives. Kristen, we wrote it up to get nameplates for the trees to
But that
identify.
was
the
Master
tree.
Gardeners. That's not Last Green Valley.
Oh, okay. So this is a Last Green Valley grant, Noreen?
That's Green Valley,
Oh, okay.
$500.
we could definitely look into it.
Yeah. Okay. We can definitely do that.
Kristen, on the name tags, I talked to the Chase Graphics today and left them samples. So they said they would get some pricing towards the end of the week for me.
Beautiful, thank you. It's due on the 15th, but I can just leave that blank and wait till you hear.
Yeah, I asked for it by end of this week, so I'll follow up and by Friday.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, Kristen completed a beautiful application for the nameplates, John. I know that you were going after Bill to try and find out how to do that,
Yep.
but Kristen has done it.
Okay, good.
Well,
great.
Is that
the
for,
money's not here yet.
who is the grant application going to?
It's going to the Connecticut Master Gardeners Association, and so if awarded, it would be to me. The check would be to Kristen Kaiser. So I think we can do it without flagging the town, but I'm happy to send it to the town if you think that's right. If
No,
there's no
if you're
Right,
applying for that personally, I don't think we need to involve the town.
I don't think so either, but I'm happy to do so if you think it would make somebody happy.
Well,
I
when
think that,
I talked with Karen, the only thing that they were concerned about was, if the town had to pay any money to match the grant or something, and she was
And
very,
there's none of that.
yeah.
No obligation on the town whatsoever. It would all be on me to, send them pictures and stuff. That's the deliverable.
You have some concerns, John?
nope.
And while we're talking about grants, I had sent out when Philippa was gone, the grant to the Connecticut Botanical Society, and we did get an email back that they had received it in time. And they're going to start reviewing the applications and will notify the applicants by June 30th. And they said if they have any questions, and they may ask to visit the property. And so, Philippa, you were the person in that they would contact.
Right.
So, but they said do not send any unsolicited communication. So if we don't hear from them, we don't hear
Don't
from
bug them. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so June 30th, I know that we were asking when that is.
We'll be waiting to hear. I'll be excited.
Mhm.
Wouldn't it be exciting if we got both grants?
Yeah, and we applied for 5,000.
Right. It would be terrific. Oh, And we have the budget is coming up next week, next Tuesday, I guess, and then the referendum. So hopefully we will get through on that. Sarah, anything that you need for the work day that we need to know that?
No, I will meet with most of them on Tuesday at our regularly scheduled meeting. A lot of these kids are in NHS, so I'll talk about what we're like. I'll give them an overview, which I've never been able to do, about what we're going to do. I'll talk about how, like, look for the orange. We're going to go down there, X, Y, and Z. So I'll give them a little bit of an overview from there. The only thing I'm thinking about, and this has nothing to do with what you just asked me, is that if we could sort of set maybe some summer dates or a summer schedule. I'm not sure if that was on the agenda. I didn't get that far in my day today, but something to think about maybe at this meeting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we also have potentially 2 students who are looking for work. We have the student that we had for the last 2 years who would like to come back and do some more, and we have the young girl who came down. She needed some hours, and she is very enthusiastic about the Arboretum and definitely would be interested in working during the summer. She, however, will need, if we hired her, we will need to have the town do that whole routine, which is post in the shopper's guide that we're looking for somebody, and then she has to apply and they have to interview her. But for the other student, Reed, we've already had him, and he's already registered and identified at the town hall, so he can just start right away. And both of them.
Who is the girl?
Her name is. Hang on, I'll tell you who she is. I have her in my. Carly Gautier. Do you know her?
No, there's 1,100 kids there. Nope, no idea.
She is a ball of fire.
Oh, good.
She works for the fire department, and she is just, I mean, talks all the time, and it's just great.
Good.
You know. And she was very interested in posting photographs on social media and getting students involved. She thought the Arboretum was magic.
That's great. I did forget, I'm taking kids down for a picnic to the Arboretum on Monday, May 19th,
We
weather
should probably get it
permitting.
mowed before then.
Oh, we don't care. We can get ticks and bugs. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to worry. Do you talk to the students about the ticks and stuff?
I do. I'll do all that stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, no flip-flops. Try to
Sure.
encourage not to wear flip-flops.
Oh, yeah. On the work day, yes. On the picnic day, they're going to wear whatever they wear to school. Yeah.
You wear flip-flops on the picnic day, I'm sure, so that they will. But yeah.
The tree peonies should be blooming. I trimmed them up and restaked them, and they were looking actually really healthy. So there was a couple of big blooms coming. So I'm not sure when they go, but they look like we're going to get some nice blooms this year.
Awesome.
Great. Yeah, I'm assuming that they were going to mow, because he used to, last year, Scott mowed us on Sunday, but it was so wet the last few days that I imagine that's why he hasn't mowed. I haven't been down there today to see if he's mowed today, but I will send him an email. John, you had something to say?
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, we have the gloves for them, Sarah. We've got the leather gloves for if they're going to pull out any of the prickly stuff, and we've got just regular gloves.
Okay.
But good shoes are always useful.
You do realize that I can tell them 1,000 things, and just like they learned in Pomfrey, it's in one ear out the other, and they are not actually listening to any words that come out of my mouth.
No, no,
Like,
that was
let's
very.
be honest. Like,
I just said everything we're doing today with the invasives, all of them have spikes and everything wants to kill you. So they were fine with it. They were fun.
Okay. Work days in the summer. Are people going to be around during the summer?
I am.
Okay.
Generally, yep.
So what would you like to do? Like a set day a week, that we would be down there from 9 to 11, 10 to 12, one day a week? Anybody who can make it?
That'd be a good idea to do that. And then, I'll just throw out a text if
Yeah,
That's
that's
fine.
great when you do that. If we just had a set date that people kind of put in their calendars and say,
Yeah,
okay,
that's fine.
so what day of the week is
Not,
not,
not Tuesday or Wednesday, because I'm watching my granddaughter. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are for the
Okay.
summer. So
And I
any,
can't do Mondays.
so that leaves Thursday. Can everybody do Thursday?
I can.
Okay, do we want to do it like early so it doesn't get too hot? So
Yes.
Thursday,
Yes.
9 o'clock
Yes.
until we can't go any further. Do you want to go
can we
early?
do 9:30 so we can do our exercise in the morning, 9:30?
You don't get
Okay.
enough exercise from pulling invasives?
Nope, I'm with you. I'm gonna work out too prior, but also I'm in and out all summer, so I don't pull anything, because as Philippa can attest, my poison ivy will go insane.
Right.
But I can come down for moral support and pick flowers.
Okay, so let's try for 9:30 on Thursdays during the summer, and the summer starts when? When school gets out?
When does school get out?
Well, our last day is the 13th. I don't know what the little kid school is doing. I don't know what their school is.
Why don't we just say the 13th? So that makes the first one the 19th.
Okay. So
I'm
June the
already not here. I'm not here the 19th.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to wing it.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
But going from June the 19th on Thursdays, 9:30, if you can make it.
Okay.
Yep.
If not, no sweat. Okay,
I'll put that in my calendar.
fantastic. Okay, so I will get the tools. Who would like to write up the LGV grant?
I can do that with you if you want to do it like we did last time, Philippa.
That'd be fantastic. Kristen, you want to help us too? You're great at this.
Sure, it's fun. I'm happy to help.
As
Okay.
long as we get some more of that bread that you made, that was awesome.
Okay, so we
Excuse me,
will.
the work days on Thursdays, that's gonna continue every Thursday or most Thursdays for the summer, not just the
Yes, no,
19th, right?
right. Every
Right.
Thursday, Noreen. Who
Every
can make
Thursday,
it?
okay.
Do it like 11:30. I'm good for about 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't know how good we will be when it gets very hot. So,
Right.
but nobody feels they have to stay for longer than before they pass out. Okay. Terrific.
Yeah.
And having an idea of what needs to be done is probably good.
Yeah, well, we can take that map and we can just start circling it and then maybe
Right.
put it on the agenda each week,
Yeah. And also I mean, we're all gardeners. You can see what needs to be done, the things that need to be deadheaded, branches that have been blown down, things that need to be moved out,
And I weeded out some more Solomon seals, so I'm gonna go over probably tomorrow or Friday and just stick those in where we stuck the last ones in.
Okay, great.
It's supposed to rain again.
And the other thing that, depending on how dry the summer is watering. Watering the trees if they're looking like they're dying out. I did call our arborist, and he's going to stop by and look at those 2 yews, because I'm really concerned about them at the moment. They look awful. I don't know if John, if you've been down there, but the yews, that 2 of the 3 yews have a huge amount of brown on them. And
Oh
I don't know
dear.
if that's just part of the needles falling off and new ones coming in, or if they're really sick. But
Well,
Ryan
I
said
mean,
he was working on.
I was at a nursery today and he's talking with the guy there and another guy that does maintenance. There's been a huge amount of loss of trees just because of all the drought we had, and then going into winter without, if you don't have any water, then they're really susceptible, particularly to the evergreen stuff, to desiccation and dieback. So that probably is what happened there. I haven't seen them, but there was
I don't know. Now we did
it's
I mean,
great having that happen.
I was watering those yews when I was watering the other trees.
Yeah.
So they did get some water before the winter started, but
But
may not have been enough. I don't know. But Ryan is going to go and look, and he'll let me know. History Day.
I'm okay
Sandra,
with it.
you won't be there. I will be there. John, any chance you can be there?
Which day was that again?
History Day,
17th?
17th, right?
May
Sandra?
17th, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
coming up. It's a
In Florida,
weekend, and
yeah,
it would
so
be
you know that.
Yeah.
us and the
Mhm.
Historical
Okay.
Society and the Pink House, sort of. as
Yeah,
a
no, I
group.
can do that. I can help with that.
Great, that would be terrific.
Yeah, you're on it. So it's May, you said, right?
May the 17th, right?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday week.
I'll be in Florida taking care of grandkids.
Very nice, yeah.
What's involved with that?
It was sort of up to us. My thinking was that I would do a tour, but we also have some big posters that speak about trees and things, and I was going to have those out, and we were going to have some kind of activity for the kids they could be doing, and basically whoever shows up, we're there to talk about the history of the Arboretum and just chat it up and let them know about Minnie Palmer and just get them excited about we've got this, place, very special place here. So it's just talking about the history and then maybe what's going to happen in the future. This is History Day. So it's sort of focusing on Woodstock, and your design for the future would be, I think, interesting, because I think future is part of history. I'm sorry, my dog is barking because I think my granddaughter is just driving up, and so she's woofing. Yes, my granddaughter is just walking in. Sarah, Fiona just walked in. Miss Niedzik is on.
Hi, Fiona.
The dogs are attacking me.
You can say hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Wait.
Fiona.
Okay, go away.
Oh, okay. I'm running.
Hi, sweetheart. Okay.
Speak about yourself.
So yeah, John, I'm not sure of the time, but I'll let you know, okay?
Okay.
Sarah, will you be available or not?
What time is it at?
I don't know. It's a Saturday, and I'm thinking 10 to 12, but I'm not sure.
I should be.
Okay, great. Kristen?
Yes, I'd love to hear you talk again. I'll follow around like a puppy, but that's all I can do.
We're gonna have to look at the marks and the guide from last year, and we should just give you a new one because we had some things that were wrong and stuff like that. So maybe you and I can take a morning and just walk around and look at the trees and make sure we've got all the markers and everything for them, and then I can print one out just for you.
Okay, that would be very kind. Thank you. Yeah, I sort of
When-
know which trees I usually have the stories for, because I like the stories, so that's what I do, is tell the story.
Now you get that Liberty elm that you can talk about.
That's right. Yes, that would be good. I will add that to the stories.
And I can be there too.
Oh, that would be terrific. And if you could come and
I'm not
begin
gonna talk
talking a
about
little
this.
bit about the future, I think that would be very exciting for people. It's good to think of the past, but it's also really exciting to see that this place has a future, and maybe, a really creative future. Would be nice. Okay, I will let you all know what the time is. I will find out from the Pink House and from Jay what time that they're planning on doing this. We're going to be sort of coordinating it as a group effort. Okay. Hey, we got a lot of stuff done here. What did I miss? Anything? We're basically waiting to hear for the grants. We will get that other grant out. Is there any kind of a deadline, Noreen, for that other grant? Do you know?
I don't think so, but I don't know. So you have to look at that.
We can look at the application and see. Absolutely. John, do you have anything on your mind?
Nope.
Sarah? No? Noreen?
No.
No? Tom and Sandra?
No, I think we covered everything.
Kristen, anything on your mind?
I'm good. I'm trying to Google History Day, but I'm not finding the time. Sorry. I'm all good.
Okay. Well, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
A second.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion, any questions, any reservations? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, good night.
Good
Good night,
night.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.